Hey guys, this is The Account Season 2 Rest Stop. If you've not listened to Season 1 yet, I recommend you do so. You can find it on my channel. I made a playlist for the whole Account series. I'll keep it very short, but as you can imagine, 2-hour audio dramas are not what the YouTube algorithm is designed for. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends. I really love this property and I want more people to know about it. Thanks for listening. As always, the creator is Kyan Chris Conroy. I will link to his contact information and details in the video description. I hope you enjoy. Oh wait, one last thing. I tried to make the visuals a bit more exciting this time, but they may be annoying or overwhelming. Just let me know in the comments if you like that sort of thing. Okay, now back to the show.
Technical Difficulties presents The Account, A Tale of the Waking World. Written and performed by Kyan Chris Conroy. Rest Stop, Part 1. My name is Hanover Phillips, and I'm a knight for the Metadyne Corporation. I was sent by my company on a quest to discover the origins of an account they had acquired called Ave Nova. No one knew what the origins of the Ave Nova Corporation were, but once attached to our company, its effects were staggering and terrifying. Every branch and every division of Metadyne was being slowly corrupted by its supernatural presence. So my squire Nero, Guillaume, and I were sent out to find Ave Nova and stop it. So we began to trace it back to its source, and our first investigation led us to the town of Waterford. There we found a place of despair and ruin living in the shadow of Ave Nova's influence, and the remnants of an angel of horrifying power. But we managed to defeat the angel and restore Waterford's hope. The populace there was so grateful they even threw us a going-away party in our honor. But as we set off for our next destination and we waved goodbye, I couldn't help feel a sense of unease creeping through me. If I had known then what I know now, if I'd seen a glimpse of the suffering that was to come, I might never have taken this journey.
Oh, please, will you stop being so melodramatic? They threw us a going-away party and you had too much to drink, that's all.
I'm the one filing this report. Do you mind, okay? Just let me do what I'm doing.
Whatever.
Don't yell at me like that.
I wasn't yelling at you.
Well, it sounds like yelling from over here.
Oh, just drink your Clamato, will you?
I realized that my training as a knight had to begin in earnest if I was going to have the strength to overcome the obstacles yet to come. For in spite of my newly acquired power, I barely managed to survive the tribulations in my path.
4 beers, 3 whiskey sours, and 2 martinis. That's not exactly a tribulation. You're not like Achilles in his tent, you know.
I had that over the course of, 5 or 6 hours? That's a lot of drinking for me.
If you say so.
Why were you keeping track of that?
It's for my blog.
Wait a minute, when do you blog? You don't have a laptop.
What do you think I do when I'm futzing with my phone all the time exactly?
I thought you were playing Bejeweled. Besides, blogging on a phone doesn't count. That's texting.
It's blogging, even if it isn't done on a big, fancy, expensive MacBook like you. Try keeping up with the times, will you?
Amateur.
Luddite.
The Ave Nova account is steeped in angelic power. Beings never seen in the Midlands before the road reopened the path to Earth nearly 100 years ago. This was proof positive that the angels were finally entering the upper realms. Ave Nova's influence may be a vanguard for something worse, something much more powerful, something much more terrible. The question is, where did it come from? What is its influence? And what can we do to stop it? Hang on, so that list in column 1 on that notepad, that's what I had to drink at the party, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what's column 2 then?
Oh, those are my drinks.
You drank all that at the party? That list is like 4 times longer than mine.
So?
So you were even drunker than me, and you don't even have a hint of a hangover. What's up with that?
I was going to ask you why you were such a lightweight.
Well, pardon me for not having a goblin constitution. Moreover, it appears that the Ave Nova Corporation has a knight of its own. A weary, middle-aged man in a grey trench coat who seems to have taken a great deal of interest in my development as a fighter. I don't know why he's attached himself to me or what he wants, but I'm going to have to assume it doesn't bode well for me or my progress. I'm going to have to get a lot stronger. You know what'd be funny is if the Goblin Constitution's First Amendment was the right to party.
You're probably not far from the facts there, knowing my family. You're not taking that report very seriously, are you?
Ah, screw it. I'm done with this. So where are we headed next?
Glad you asked. According to this, the next stop is the town of Baylor.
Baylor. That sounds familiar. It should to you. It's a small mecca for scientific research. Metadyne has several independent contractors who work out of there.
Science? Good heavens, Miss Sakamoto, you're beautiful.
One would hope, but unfortunately, according to that flyer we found back in Waterford from 20 years ago, the Avinova Corporation had a huge hand in developing a lot of the companies that work out of there.
Oh dear. Anything specific?
Nope, as nebulous as usual.
Yeah, it's bad enough when a big corporation shoves all its virtues in your face with its advertising. When somebody's hiding what they're doing, it makes me way more nervous.
Especially when they have the tendency to eat whole towns, yes.
So how long before we get to Baylor?
I don't know, ask the driver.
All right. Hey, excuse me.
Yo, yeah.
How long before we hit Baylor?
Well, that's a darn good question.
Yes, and one I assume you would have the answer to.
Well, that's just the thing. You see, it's about 2 hours from Lassiter, which was our last stop.
So we got what, like another hour?
Well, I said usually. You see, starting about 2 weeks ago, the trip started to get a little bit longer and longer.
Yeah?
Last time I was through here, it took about 5 hours.
5?
In fact, I'm going to have to pull over and get some gas at the next rest stop just to be on the safe side.
Hold on a second. Is it extended the same distance in both directions?
I'm afraid so. A lot of unhappy commuters, I'll tell you.
Thanks.
5 hours?
Both ways.
Or whatever.
Yeah, that's not totally unusual. I mean, you know, the road does change distances.
Yeah. And it also pushes towns away from civilized areas if it thinks something dangerous is going to happen there.
Hanover, this could be bad.
Yeah, well, we can take it.
No, I mean, I've only got a couple of power bars left in my bag. I'm not sure I can make it all that distance.
He said there was a rest stop. Don't worry.
Ah, the roadside convenience store. What wonders do you hold for me today?
Food and liquor, don't they?
Both miracles, as far as I'm concerned. Here, have a handbasket.
Thanks.
Right back shopping.
Wait a minute, I thought we were going to get something at the counter.
This is for the road.
Well, they say an appetite is a healthy thing.
Oh, I'm sorry, excuse me.
No, my fault. Oh, sorry. Oh, hey, you were on the bus, weren't you?
Yes, I thought I'd get out and stretch my legs a little bit.
Yeah, we'll be stretching our stomach linings in a minute, evidently.
What? Oh, yes, your goblin friend, yes.
Yeah.
I saw you two sitting on the bus together. She's quite energetic, isn't she?
Well, let's put it this way. I need about 3 cups of coffee in the morning just to get where she is when she's fast asleep.
She's very attractive. Are you two a couple?
Of idiots, yes. Actually, we're co-workers and good friends.
I see. So you don't mind the attention she's getting, then?
Sorry?
That man over there, he's staring at her very intently.
Oh, well, yeah, lycra shorts on a physique like hers. It's bound to happen, I suppose. What'd you say your name was, by the way?
My name is Malcolm.
Pleased to meet you, Malcolm. My name is Hanover, and my energetic friend's name is Nero. And here she comes now.
Okay, I'm back.
Hey,
all right, I've got chips, jerky, crackers, cheese, snack chips, more chips,
and colas.
Nero,
We're going to be on the bus for like 4 hours.
I know. I'll get more. Don't worry.
Wait. At least we don't go hungry on the road.
Oh, here comes that man who was staring at your friend.
So he does.
Excuse me.
Hi, can I help you?
Is that your girlfriend?
Well, she's a girl and she's my friend, so I suppose that makes her that by default. But the reality is...
Get up.
Hey, is there a problem?
You filthy perv. You make me sick.
Oh, you want to play like that? It's fine with me.
I said get up.
Excuse me. It's really bad form to kick someone on the ground without at least introducing yourself. My name's Nero.
Watch it. I think this guy's a little liquored up.
You all right?
Been better.
That's it? You're just gonna hide then, huh? Hide behind one of these things here?
I think somebody needs to calm down a little bit here.
Shut up, freak.
Hey, you should be a little politer to the lady who's holding the knife and not killing you with it.
Hey, go ahead, hide. Hide behind your little monster friends. That's right, you heard me, all of you. You're just a bunch of monsters. You shouldn't even be allowed to live.
Sir, you really are in the wrong place to have issues with non-humans, if you ask me.
Shut up. You don't have the right to talk to me. Crawl back into the swamp you came out of.
Hey!
Filthy animals, all of you. You should all be driven back where you came from.
Excuse me, sir. This is my store, and I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to leave before you cause any more trouble to my customers.
Yeah? You gonna make me? Whatever the hell you are.
Firstly, sir, I am a knoll. And secondly... That really wasn't a request. I'm sorry, could I impose on you, my dear?
Honestly, I thought you'd never ask.
Hey, right there in a second, Nero. On behalf of humanity, I'd really like to apologize for what just happened here.
Not a problem, sir. Do you have this more or less under control, or do I need to call the police?
I think we're all right.
Good, I'll get back to my customers then. Thank you, sir. Shop again.
Thank you. Bye. Everything okay out here?
Just dandy, thank you.
You know, Nero, I probably could have taken this idiot.
Don't get your pride hurt. I was just being practical. I've seen how you fight. You have a tendency to level buildings.
Yes, okay, so I lack some finesse, but still.
And besides, there needed to be an object lesson here. Sir? Sir, yes. In the future, please try to remember never attack or insult the goblin's family members, and she considers everyone who's friends with her family members.
Yeah, and one more thing. Dude, seriously. Nobody likes a bigot. Let's go. I feel bad for that guy. Maybe we should get him some help before we leave.
If you don't mind, I could take over from here. Oh, hello.
Oh, hey, Malcolm. Are you sure about that? Yes. I mean, this guy's kind of a...
It's all right. I make it my business to help people in need.
Okay. See you back on the bus then.
Yeah, so long.
Who was that?
Oh, it was one of the passengers back on the bus. He seems like a nice guy.
Really? I don't remember seeing him. It's all right. They're gone now.
Get the hell away from me.
Oh, you don't have to worry about me. I'm a friend. Here, let me help you out.
I said take your hands off me.
Please, please. You look like you could use a friend. You know, someone who thinks like you.
Thinks like me. You mean you're...
I'm here to help. You know, I think one of the great miracles of this world is that everything can be fixed with pizza.
Yeah, I'd really like to believe that.
What's wrong? Guy still upsetting you?
Asshole. You know, this is what I'm talking about. This is what it makes it tough to be, you know...
What? Human?
No, my kind of human. Anytime anybody finds out I moved here from Earth, there's this short pause. Bugs me.
Yeah, well...
And that asshole just reinforces why.
It's probably just culture shock. You know, not everyone from where you come from even knows about the road or any of us.
Yeah, it still makes me feel ashamed, though.
Why?
They say that the road was closed to the Earth for so long because the human race went insane.
Well, not all of them. Many of them came here.
Yeah, but my ancestors are the ones who were left behind. My family comes from the Earth. No one knows why it happened. No one knows if it'll happen again.
I think it's very strange that I have more faith in humanity than you do.
You should look at it from the inside out.
Oh, just eat your pizza. Are you feeling better now?
Yeah, thanks.
You never said what your name was.
Alan Ruby.
Alan, pleased to meet you. My name is Malcolm. So, tell me, Alan, how did someone like you wind up out here?
I'm a truck driver. I needed a job desperately, though, so this guy I knew, he told me he had a long distance route for me delivering electronics.
So he sent you here to the Midlands. You probably didn't even know this place existed.
Where am I? Where is here? What are all these things?
These are the people of the place where the roads all meet. They've been here forever. The creatures of myth and legend, the demons, the monsters. Didn't you ever wonder where they came from? Well, now you know.
They live right on our doorstep.
Oh, they do far more than that. They've been traveling to your world for years.
Years?
You know, there was a time once when your world was so much more innocent. Not filled with filth and perversion and degradation. Do you ever wonder where that influence came from?
They did it.
Oh, yes. And I'm afraid they have so much more planned for the human race. I've walked these roads for so many years, and I've seen such degradation, such perversion, such filth. There are humans here, you know, like the one you met back at the store. He's typical. They move up here from the earth and abandon all their morality and rut with every creature imaginable.
And they have children, too, you know.
Oh, yes, yes. Sullying the blood of the human race, its purity with that of monsters. One day their kind will cross over completely into your world. And I honestly think that the people there will welcome them with open arms. Do you have children, Alan?
No. I've got a niece, that's all.
Oh, that's nice. How old is she?
She's 11 years old.
Could you imagine your precious niece locked in the passionate embrace of one of these creatures, creating a race of monster children? Well, unfortunately, it's the inevitability of a fallen world, I'm afraid.
No, I don't accept that. No way.
What could you do to stop them? What would you do to stop them?
I'd do anything.
You know, I think you would. And that's very inspiring to hear. Alan Ruby, I can help you.
How?
Just look into my eyes, Alan.
Look deeply, very deeply. Let me show you the light.
All right, we're all gassed up. Anybody going to Baylor? Now's a good time to get on board.
I think everyone's already here.
Wait a minute, what happened to Malcolm?
Are you absolutely certain he was on this bus?
I assure you I was. See, told you so.
Sorry, I hope it didn't keep anyone waiting. No, I guess not.
So what happened to...
He was just drunk. He had some personal problems. He said he was going to go sleep in his truck and then go home.
Well, I hope he doesn't get in any more trouble. Other people might not be as forgiving as us.
Yes, they may not be.
I'm sorry, sir, we're going to be closing for the night soon. Wait, oh, you again. Sir, you've caused enough trouble here already, don't you think? Now, I really don't want to call the cops or have to rough you up myself, so please leave now.
I shall walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Mine is the power, and the kingdom, and the glory. War without end. Amen.
Rest Stop, Part 2.
see anything out there?
No, nothing. It's just fog.
Yeah, well, I know that, but I wanted to know if we were still actually on the road. That was the whole point of this exercise. Not looking forward to trying to drag this thing out of a ditch with no help.
Well, hang on, I'll check. You know, they say a miss is as good as a mile.
So we're a mile from the edge of the road, huh? That's good to know.
Wow, this is about the thickest fog I think I've ever seen.
You can actually see in this fog, Nero? I commend you on your amazing visual skills.
Well, I can see it's fog in the headlights, obviously, but not much further than that. Can barely see my feet.
Well, we can't stay here then. You'll forget what your feet look like.
Oh, that would never happen. How can I forget these? Look, monkey feet.
I know, I love your monkey feet. In fact, I'm jealous of your monkey feet.
Why?
Well, you could, kite with your feet.
Yes, and then I could get toe stank all over the keyboard.
Yahoo! Toe stank!
Hey,
Malcolm, sorry, you caught us in the middle of an intellectual discussion.
Yes, well, I was going to ask if it was the two of you out here, but you gave it away, didn't you?
Is there a problem, Malcolm?
Possibly. I carry a weather radio with me. It's just something I do for fun, and I've been listening to the forecast for this stretch of the road this evening. There's absolutely no talk anywhere of fog.
Nothing at all.
Quite the opposite, in fact. Everyone was commenting on how amazingly clear it's supposed to be. Yes, that is a little bit unusual. I should have sensed a change in the weather at some point.
And you didn't feel anything?
No, but then we are between cities. It's pretty wild country back there. It could have just shifted in from the off-road.
Okay. You sensing anything unusual about the fog itself?
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Good. At least we have that in our favor. I'll go back and tell the driver then.
Oh, good, thank you. That'd be very helpful. Thank you, Malcolm.
Not at all.
Yeah, we'll see you back on the bus in a second, Malcolm. You know, Nero, I haven't known you that long, but I think I've known you long enough to know that when you said nothing out of the ordinary, there was a big silent implied but on the end of that sentence.
Yes, well, I'm not sensing anything out of the ordinary, or anything ordinary about the fog. I'm just not sensing anything about it.
What do you mean? Like it's
Look,
not...
you know how goblins can sense things that humans can't? Well, I've had training. I can sense things that even goblins can't. Normally, I could tell you whether or not this weather was natural or supernatural or whatever, but I'm just not sensing anything. It's like it's not there.
Well, obviously it is. It's what's keeping the bus from going any faster than 2 miles an hour.
I know. I mean, it's whatever this is, it's very unnerving. It's like,
Like walking into a thick fog bank for someone like me?
Pretty much, yeah. Sucks to be human, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, welcome to my shoes, lady.
Yes, well, Hanover, I think someone may be doing this deliberately.
Like to try to hide an ambush or something? It's a warm thought. I'll keep that close to me tonight when I sleep. That's just great.
Sorry.
If you two are quite done out there, you mind coming back on the bus so I can tell you how we're going to handle this little predicament?
Shall we?
But of course, Squire, lead the way. Not too quickly, though. I can't see a damn thing.
Thanks, both of you. I wasn't looking forward to the idea of sending out a search party.
Yeah, well, we got zero visibility out here, so what's the plan?
Well, I'm glad you asked. About 15 or so miles up the road, there's a rest oasis, and it just so happens that they have a radio beacon.
Nice.
They keep these things on hand just in case of extremely bad weather like, well, this.
Oh, that's clever.
That it is. We just stay on the road, let the beacon guide us to the rest stop, and then we can refuel, get some rest, get some food, wait till the fog lifts.
And how long do you think that will take?
Well, staying on the road is the key here. You'll forgive me if I'm not very zippy.
Well, I guess I'll go catch up on some reading then.
Yeah, I should probably work on a status report for the higher-ups, let them know what's going on. We can email it to them once we get to the Oasis. What are you going to do, Nero?
Oh, I think I'll just sit up front here, keep an eye on things, road, weather conditions, passengers.
You know, I think I've also known you long enough to know that Malcolm puts you off. What's up with that?
Well, remember when he got on?
Not really, no.
Me neither.
So, what's your feeling about him?
I don't sense anything out of the ordinary.
You're just full of warm thoughts tonight, aren't you?
Have a nice report.
All right. Well, let's blow this fog bank.
Well, that took a lot longer than I'd hoped.
It would have gone a lot faster if it hadn't been for all those sheep.
Yes, I've never seen a whole herd of sheep crossing the road in the fog in the middle of the night without a shepherd around. It was a little eerie.
Oh, there was a shepherd there, didn't you see him?
Where? I didn't see one.
The big one, the one in the middle.
He was dressed as a sheep?
Yeah, they do that out here. Mostly for religious reasons, I'm told.
What sort of religion makes you dress as a sheep?
Yeah, it's a sheep-based religion.
Oh, All right, so this is a road oasis, huh? It's quite impressive.
Yeah, I used to think these were just sort of crappy tourist trap things.
Well, that's what they used to be back in the day, sort of these crappy truck stop sort of things. Just get yourself some coffee and pancakes or something.
They don't have pancakes?
They have pancakes. Don't panic, Missy.
Whew, close one.
Anyway, these used to be used for defense. There used to be a wall between these two hills right here, and that would keep people in and out. There was a door. People would come through, pay a toll. They'd check out their merchandise, make sure they weren't sneaking in anything, dangerous or whatever, fruit, that kind of thing. And, they just fell into disrepair and ruin. Someone hit upon a great idea. Why don't we just turn them into rest stops, In the first building here where the tower is, you'll find, coffee shops, shopping, that kind of thing. And then the skyway across leads into the keep right there. And you'll find your nighttime accommodations.
Nice. Let's get some coffee.
Yes, and there's plenty of cars in the parking lot. At least we'll have company.
Yeah, not surprising with the fog this bad.
Nobody home?
Well, perhaps they've all gone to bed. It is awfully late. Cash register is still on. Hello? Is anyone there?
Did they close?
These places are open 24 hours, son. Besides, if there was, they would have locked the door.
And turned off the lights, and not left uneaten food on the tables.
I'm gonna go check behind the counter.
I'll go check the bathrooms. I'll look at the storage areas.
I'm gonna stay here and make coffee for all of us. We're probably gonna need it.
Well, the money's still in the till. Hot dogs and things like breakfast burritos and all that kind of warm stuff from the convenience store section, that's all just laid out and ready to be purchased.
Nothing unusual about the storage areas or the cleaning stations. Just laid out as if this was a normal night's work.
Got something, Nero?
I found this woman's jacket in the restroom. There was no identification in it, but it was a set of car keys.
It's got a remote on the key ring. I mean, maybe we could use it to find out whose car it is. It might give us some kind of clue.
Thought of that already. Look. See? Nothing. Those cars are well within range of this remote.
And you may have noticed that your cell phones will be getting absolutely no service whatsoever, and the Wi-Fi system is completely down.
Damn, I brought my laptop here for nothing.
My portable radio is out, too. I'm not getting any sort of reception at all. Nothing. That doesn't make any sense. We were led here by the radio beacon, weren't we?
That we were, and to my knowledge, it was functioning absolutely normally right up until we got off the bus.
Means whatever happened here happened just as we arrived, or is being extremely selective.
Which only leaves the question of the whereabouts of all the patrons. Well, it looks like they all up and left in the middle of their meals, but there's no disarray or destruction.
Which means they probably crossed the skyway into the keep in a really, really orderly fashion. Very calmly.
There is one other potential explanation for this.
I know, but I'm not about to entertain the possibility that a few dozen people just vanished into thin air until we've checked the keep out.
Well, if we're going over to the keep, we'll need an action plan and some decisions made.
Yeah, Why are you all looking at me?
Well, you are a knight, aren't you? Isn't this right up your alley?
Well, I mean, it's kind of a road situation. I mean, what about our driver here? If there's going to be any decisions made...
You've got to be kidding me.
No.
Sorry.
You lose.
All right, I'll do it.
Out of curiosity, is he always this reluctant to act and still a pushover? Oh, you have no idea.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, my backup team.
All right, so what's the deal here? Are we splitting up or what?
No splitting up. I want everyone staying together. I want to know exactly where everybody is so I'm not worried about them. In the event that we do have to split up, though, gravitate towards a partner here. We'll have some kind of buddy system.
All right, I choose Malcolm then. Oh, really? I'm flattered, my dear.
Really? Are you sure about that still?
Of course. I mean, he's the only other passenger on the bus with us on our trip. For the moment, I'd like to get to know him better. That's not out of the ordinary, is it?
No, absolutely not.
I look forward to our conversations, my dear. And so do I.
Well, I suppose that leaves you and me, huh?
Yep.
Damn, I was hoping to spend my time with the pretty girl.
Sorry.
One thing before we get going, though, you've been driving us around forever, and you've never actually told us what your name is.
That's because I've never actually offered that information to you, have I?
Any particular reason why? I'm not prying too much, I hope.
I've driven a bus for over 40 years now. Most people who get on, get off, and I never see them again. I don't like goodbyes. I find it very sad, so I try not to get on any sort of a first-name basis with anybody.
Oh, I see.
Nothing personal, you understand, but that's the life of a bus driver.
You're not driving a bus right now.
Point taken, young lady. Point taken, yes. My name is Turvey.
Turvey it is. Looks like it's you and me.
Yay. Still rather be with a pretty girl.
Thank you. All right, that's 2 teams of 2, so I guess we'll go from here.
Do we have room for more?
What do you mean?
Look out there in the parking lot. There's headlights coming this way. More refugees from the fog.
Someone should probably go out there and warn them about what's happened here.
Even if we don't know exactly what that is.
Yeah, all right. I'll go out there and warn them. You guys, I don't know, pick up some supplies or something here. Stuff we might, need while we're over there. I'll be back in a bit.
I'll bring extra food.
Duh.
So is he a born leader or a leader in training? Training.
but more at the community college level, I think.
I find your choice of me as a partner very interesting.
I find you very interesting. You strike me as some sort of, I don't know, puzzle I need to sort out, that's all.
I hope you find me challenging.
Well, it would hardly be fun otherwise, would it? Hanover?
That was quick.
Grab everything and head for the Skyway.
What? What's wrong?
It's a semi and it's not stopping.
Oh, God.
Move!
Rest Stop, Part 3.
Hanover?
That was quick.
Grab everything and head for the Skyway.
What? What's wrong?
It's a semi and it's not stopping.
Oh, God.
Move!
Is everybody all right?
For having a table dumped on top of me, yeah.
Nero?
I'm all right.
No, she isn't. She's bleeding.
I'm fine. Something just caught the side of my head, that's all.
Oh, man. Malcolm, there's a first aid kit over in her bag over there. Would you get it? All right, here are some napkins. Hold them against her head.
All right, got it. Hurry. All right.
Hurt bad?
I said I'm okay.
I didn't ask if you were okay. I asked if you were hurt bad.
I've been better. How bad am I bleeding?
Not bad at all. Malcolm, could you hurry up with that? Come on, she's bleeding here.
I am hurrying. Where are the kids?
They're in the front pocket.
All right, hold on.
Did you happen to see what hit you?
Barely, and it wasn't Malcolm, if that's what you're thinking. If anything, he protected me.
Interesting.
All right, I have bandages here.
Thanks, let's get this cleaned up.
I hate to be the practical one, but you might want to come over and see this.
Oh, crap, the driver.
I've got her, don't worry. Just,
Nero.
fine, go.
Okay, all right. Turvey, I'm coming.
Let's have a look here, dear. Oh, that's not so bad. By the way, thanks for pushing me out of the way back there. You may have saved my life.
You're welcome, but don't take it personally. I'm just trying to complicate your puzzle, that's all.
Ah, good to know.
Okay, so how's the driver?
Good question. See for yourself.
No driver.
Nope.
But lots of blood.
Yep.
That's
Screwed?
Yeah, thank you. Did something out there kill the driver?
Son, that road up to the parking lot's pretty windy. It didn't exactly make a straight line trying to run you down.
Well, yeah, but...
And take a look at the blood. It's only on the controls and the dashboard, not the seat.
So...
I'm just saying there's some pretty nasty magic involving blood like that, that's all.
What say we get our stuff together and head for the keep?
I'm with you there.
Nero, are you okay to walk?
Yes, I'm good.
All right, let's get our supplies together.
Get back! Get back, all right! Turvey, move! Everybody run for the exit! I've got the bags! Let's go! Head for the door! Get it open! Got it! Go! Go for the Skyway! Go! Come on! Up the stairs, come on! I'm right behind you! We should be safe once we reach the top of the stairs. It won't be able to get through the doorway. Yeah, well, I hate to break it to you, Sunshine, but it's coming through. What? What the hell? How does a truck squeeze through a doorway? Ask it later. Just frigging run!
All right, here's the Skyway.
How long before you think that thing makes it up the stairs?
How the hell should I know? When have I ever clocked a truck coming up a flight of stairs?
Either way, the obstacle should buy us some time. We should probably just head... Oh, dear.
What? What's wrong?
The fog is getting in.
Yeah, well, the building doesn't have a front door anymore. That's to be expected.
It's, coming up the stairs.
Am I nuts, or is it somehow pushing the truck through the doorway? It's like their fingers remolding the metal.
Well, if that's the case, I'm a little bit concerned. The Skyway is mostly glass.
Oh, when it's outside the glass.
Well, what do you think? Coming through. Get down.
It's not going after us. It's going down the stairs.
That's worse. Oh, boy. Here it comes.
Run for the other side. Go.
I've had enough of this.
Turvey, what are you doing? Don't stop.
Rest of you keep going. I'm gonna buy us a little time.
What do you... You carry a gun?
I'm a bus driver, stupid.
Wait. Are those alchemy shells? Don't shoot them in here.
Why not?
I mean, that thing's got a diesel tank. It'll take us all out.
I'm not an idiot. I'm not gonna use fire shells. These are ice.
Whoa.
In my line of work, we refer to that as stopping power.
Oh, it just froze it solid.
Yeah.
You two all right?
Yeah, we're fine. Good thinking, Turvey.
Maybe not so much.
What do you mean?
I wasn't quite anticipating just how much ice that was gonna cause.
Okay. Nero, Malcolm, keep going.
Nero,
Come on,
step back.
Turvey, let's go.
Nero,
All right.
come on.
Come on,
Whoa.
step back.
Whoa.
Move back.
Oh, God. Hanover? Turvey?
Ow. I think we're okay.
Yeah. All right, how do we get you out of there?
Hold on, I'll check. All right, looks like we landed in front of an access door. Looks like maintenance or something. I think I can get this open. Why don't you guys go on ahead and we'll try to meet up?
Are you sure you two will be all right?
No.
I wonder if every time we stop somewhere it's going to result in a building getting wrecked.
Well, no sense hanging around here. I suppose we should get moving, shouldn't we?
If you say so.
Hey, Nero?
Yes?
One more thing.
What?
Have you got my laptop bag?
It's right here.
Good. There's stuff inside of it that might help out.
All right, I'll keep that in mind.
Well, after you.
Thanks.
Oh, give it up. It's not going to budge that way.
Oh, they don't make them like this anymore.
Not for a couple of 100 years.
Stupid paranoid past.
Yeah, well, I don't mean to rush us along, but I don't know how much longer that ice is going to last.
What, on the truck? Yeah, well, it hasn't made any noise.
I'm not willing to tempt fate, thanks.
Well, half of it got cut off when the Skyway fell, but still, you could squeeze through a door.
You know, I've been doing this bus driving gig for a long time now, and I've seen a lot of weird things, but nothing like that. And you don't seem terribly nonplussed.
Yeah, well, Nero and I faced something a little bit similar back in Waterford, although it didn't involve vehicular assault.
So what are we up against here, then?
How familiar are you with angels?
The Ascendant Celestials? Not much, other than that they're bad news.
Well, welcome to the cutting edge of information gathering on that subject.
So the fog, the truck, this is all angelic stuff?
I don't know, possibly, maybe.
Well, whatever the case is, I really don't want to be around if that thing wakes up then. Why don't you stand back from that door? I think I got another ice shell in here. I'm going to be able to see if I can make the thing shatter.
No, hold on to those. I'll probably need them later on. I can handle this.
Well, if you say so, but you haven't been terribly effective up till now.
Well, I wasn't willing to show off up till now.
Stand back. All right, but what do you... Burst punch. Oh, wow. Very handy. Every time I do that, I keep worrying my shoulder's going to dislocate or something. Oh, you should have used that back against the truck when it was chasing us.
Well, I never used it against anything that big before. I wasn't going to risk it there.
So you actually are a knight, huh? Yeah. I thought you were blowing smoke back there.
So you've seen knights before, huh?
In my lifetime? Of course I have. Don't see them too much these days, though.
Yeah. You know, until I got knighted, I'd only ever heard of them.
Well, I have a theory.
Gonna let me in on it?
Knowing what I know about you, I'm not sure you'll like it.
Try me.
Earth happened. Don't look at me that way. I told you wouldn't like it.
Well, what did you mean?
Well, the road reconnected to Earth like, 100 years ago?
Yeah.
I've met quite a few people in my life who remember a time before then.
Yeah.
I mean, the humans from Earth brought a lot of good things out here. Fruits of the Industrial Revolution, technology, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
They brought an attitude with them. Cynicism.
What, cynicism was unknown in the Midlands before that?
Oh, of course, there were always cynical people. I mean, people are always in it for themselves. But the cultural idea that everyone is always just in it for themselves, and that's the way things are, that's relatively new. Your kind says it's human nature.
Well, kinda.
The last 50, 60 years has gone a lot further than that.
Nice to see we contributed something.
See, the attitude that people only do things for their own self-interest and no other reason. It's the antithesis of the Knight's Creed. After that attitude cemented itself, well, their days were numbered.
Yeah, but there's people like me still around. I know I'm not the only knight left. I mean, it's not like they could have died out completely.
You're a corporate knight. What are you in it for?
Because it's my job.
Yep, you're in it for the company. But at least there's health benefits and a steady paycheck. That's progress, I guess. Come on, they're waiting for us.
Well, I guess this is reception.
Who would know we're hardly being received?
Hello?
Sure it's a good idea just to yell out like that?
I don't see you offering any other advice here.
I'm just being cautious. We still don't know exactly what's happened here. But, as long as we've alerted everyone to our presence, front, room for two. Most curious.
You know, Malcolm, I can't help but notice just how unconcerned you are about all of this.
I'm only being practical. I mean, we're still in the dark here, aren't we?
Yes, but people's lives are at stake, and that doesn't seem to bother you very much.
Well, I'm just easygoing under pressure, I guess. I think it adds to my mystique, don't you?
Let's just keep our minds on finding Hanover and Turvey, all right? I think they're on the floor below us.
You never told me. Why are you so interested in good Sir Phillips, anyway?
Well, they employ me to be his squire. It's my job, isn't it?
Please. Nero Guillaume, daughter of one of the most prestigious of the goblin clans. You could get a job doing almost anything. Why him?
You don't approve of goblin-human work relationships?
Oh, please don't tag me as a racialist, my dear. Try to have a little more taste than that. I meant why an earthling?
You know, for someone who claims to be so open-minded, you're awfully prejudiced.
You can't tell me you're not curious. Why? Why did they all go mad?
What was it, 1/3 of the population of the known human race? A single-minded marching army of slaughtering xenophobes? And then war? And then what? The road cuts off and 300 years of mystery to us.
and 20,000 years of history lost to Earth. You can't tell me you're not curious.
Well, to be honest, who wouldn't be?
Well, yes, of course. I mean, what inquiring mind wouldn't want to know, but... Well, I'm no psychologist, but for you it seems... personal.
Now you're prying. I'm just trying to sort out a puzzle of my own. Employees only. Well, this looks promising. Might lead us downstairs, anyway.
It might at that. After you, my dear.
I really wish you'd stop calling me my dear. That's awfully cliched. Now, which way do you think the stairs will...
Oh, dear. Well, I think we found the staff, anyway.
Well, generator is still going.
Yeah, I'd like to find the access stairs, though.
Yeah. Hey, Turvey, wait. Hold up. Look here.
Cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Still hot?
Well, not completely cool, anyway.
Maybe the maintenance staff is still down here somewhere.
Maybe. They're probably
hiding.
Lost in the hallways?
You know, I hate this. If someone's gonna mess with you, they could at least be upfront about it.
Yeah, all this hot tension left in the dark crap is really overrated. You know, that reminds me. Nero wound up with all the tools, torches, that kind of thing.
Oh, yeah. We could probably use a few supplies, couldn't we?
Well, looks like there's a supply cabinet right here. I'm sure we could find something in here that we can...
What's wrong? Wait. Uh-oh.
Is that one of the maintenance guys?
Well, he's dressed for the occasion.
So why is he just standing in the back of the closet with his face to the wall?
Why don't you ask him?
Hi! I was wondering, I had some question about, ratchets. I was wondering, what kind of... He's not answering.
Hang on, I'll try and turn him around.
All right, give it a go.
Hey, excuse me there, fella. I just wanted to know...
Just turn right back.
Yeah, and you notice how he never took his face from the wall, either.
That's probably for the best. I've just got this feeling I don't want to know what his expression is.
I have no idea why I agree with you on that point.
Yeah. Well, thanks anyway, sir. We're just going to borrow a couple of flashlights and some tools here. Hope you don't mind. Thanks. Okay.
Yeah.
See you later.
Yeah, have a nice break.
I'm creeped out here. Are you creeped out?
I'm pretty creeped out myself, yeah.
So there's a good chance we're going to find the people who work here and all of the guests of this keep standing in closets and stuff with their face to the wall.
That guy over there isn't?
Huh?
Down at the end of the hall.
Oh, hey, excuse me. Hey, excuse me, sir. Could you...
Uh-oh. What? What's wrong?
I know that guy. Remember him?
Who? I don't...
That drunk guy that Nero got into a fight with at the convenience stop? That's him.
Oh, you mean that dumbass racist trucker? Trucker.
Okay. Turvey?
Yeah.
I'm going to go over there and try to talk to this guy. Why don't you hang back here?
Yeah, I think I could do that, and, do me a favor and tell me you're good at ducking.
Top of my class.
Good to know.
Hey, excuse me. Yeah, hi. We met yesterday. We didn't get off to a very good start. Really sorry about my friend, getting into that fight with you that you lost. Anyway, we were just wondering if you've seen any of the other people who were supposed to be here in this hotel. Keep, whatever, I'm just wondering...
I looked.
Sorry, what?
I looked.
You looked for...
I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the south. A great cloud and a fire enfolding itself. And the brightness was about it. In the light of the mix thereof as the color of amber.
Rest Stop, Part 4. Okay, Turvey?
Yeah.
I'm going to go over there and try to talk to this guy. Why don't you hang back here?
Yeah, I think I could do that, and, do me a favor and tell me you're good at ducking.
Top of my class.
Good to know.
Hey, excuse me. Yeah, hi. We met yesterday. We didn't get off to a very good start. Really sorry about my friend, getting into that fight with you that you lost. Anyway, we were just wondering if you've seen any of the other people who were supposed to be here in this hotel. Keep, whatever, I'm just wondering...
I looked.
Sorry, what?
I looked. You looked for... I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the south. A great cloud and a fire enfolding itself. And the brightness was about it.
Turvey! Back up! Go back to the hall!
He certainly changed.
Yeah, well, you know how guys are. They get in a little fight and they take everything so damn seriously. Oh, boy. This door isn't going to hold, is it?
Oh, I doubt it. Look for something heavy to shove in front of it.
Here's a shelf full of stuff.
Okay, all right, move it, help me.
I still don't think that's going to hold.
Hey, I'm just looking for tactical delay at this point.
Yeah. What do you say we try some of those doors we passed earlier?
Well, sounds like a plan to me. Last one there is a reduced chance of survival.
So how does a drunk trucker become the Lord of Darkness already?
Well, you can hang around and ask if you want.
No thanks.
Hello? Any more of them? I count about half a dozen. Looks like some more guests.
All the same?
Let's see. Hello? Hello? Faces to the wall and completely unresponsive.
So we're just going to leave them like that then?
I suppose. What else would you like me to do?
I don't know. Maybe act somewhat more concerned about all of this.
Well, I don't know about you, Miss Guillaume, but I'm gathering information, seeing as it's about all we can do.
Conclusions, Malcolm?
Well, why don't you impress me with your observations first?
All right. We found 30 to 40 people, guests and staff of this keep. All of them facing the wall, all of them in a completely catatonic state. When you try to turn them around, they simply turn back.
Notice anything about the expressions on their faces?
Varying levels of distress and their eyes flitting around rapidly as if they were seeing something we couldn't.
Yes, I wonder if facing the wall blocks it out, whatever it is.
One more thing. This is a major road stop.
Yes?
Where are the non-humans?
Very observant. Whatever this is, it's affecting humans only. Well, not only humans.
How do you mean?
Well, the sensing abilities of goblins are the stuff of legend, and you don't actually seem to be using any of yours. That's not voluntary, is it?
I'm having issues.
It's the mist outside, am I right? Or at least that's part of it, isn't it? Oh, don't look at me that way. I'm not trying to make you feel uncomfortable on purpose, Nero. Just trying to confirm some suspicions.
Well, we have that in common.
Oh, my dear Miss Guillaume, please, you wound me. I hope I'm not losing your trust. Wait. I never had it, did I?
Not for a ghost of an echo of a hint of a shadow.
Oh, dear.
That came from below us. That's where Hanover and Turvey are.
After you, then. I mean, as long as you don't mind turning your back on me, that is.
Oh, just move already. Come on, we're almost to the top of the stairs.
Why can't these old places just have one short flat like a normal building?
How close is he behind us?
Well, any closer and I could probably smell what he's been eating.
Okay, here's the door.
Thank God my knees are about to pop out of their sockets. Well, of course it's locked. Why wouldn't it be?
There's no latchy thing. It must be on the outside.
Well, who cares about the latchy thing? Just get it over.
All right, stand back, stand back. Hanover, are you...
Hanover! All right, hold on.
Hanover!
Get him through.
All right, I've got him.
You, Shifty, close that door and barricade it.
All right, I've got it.
What happened?
He was trying to get the door open. It was locked.
He had his knight's attack pointed straight at me. When I opened the door, he turned it into the wall. Let me see your arm. Oh, sorry.
I think he's dislocated something. What were you running from? I'll tell you in a second. I thought I told you to barricade that door.
With what exactly? This is an empty hall.
Who cares? Just get us out of here.
Malcolm, just grab him. Let's go.
I'm fine, but I think it does matter, actually. You just get going. I'll cover the rear. Come on.
Hold still.
Well, he didn't follow us up from the basement anyway. Whatever he has to do down there, he's not done. How's our night?
In a lot of pain.
Well, that's a bit to be expected. All right, Hanover, I think you've dislocated your right arm at the elbow, but I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah.
Well... Yes, it was a dislocation after all.
See, I knew the second you started talking to me that you were going to do something like that.
Sorry. Well, at least you weren't surprised. Malcolm, put one of those anesthetic bandages on him, please.
Out of curiosity, when did I get relegated to medic status in this outfit?
Oh, stop whining and start bandaging.
Hold still.
So, Turvey, you're saying it's our trucker friend from yesterday.
Yeah, only a lot less drunk and angry and a lot more, I don't know, dark and powerful.
Did he say anything?
Yeah. Yeah, he said something biblical, I think.
Really?
Something about a whirlwind?
Reaping, sowing?
Beholding.
Beholding a whirlwind. I've heard that passage before.
And I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north. A great cloud and fire enfolding itself, and brightness was about it. And out of the midst thereof, as the color of amber out of the midst of a fire. Book of Ezekiel, chapter 1, verse 4.
That's the one. Religious man, are you?
Well, something of a theology student. Self-taught, but still.
You sure that's the right line? He said he beheld a whirlwind coming out of the south.
Well, I don't know about our friend down there, but what Ezekiel saw was coming out of the north.
Now I remember that passage. It was referring to Ezekiel's wheel?
Yes, the Merkabah, the chariot of God that appears and delivers a vision and a prophecy.
Of what?
Well, among other things, a judgment upon the people of Israel for their iniquity against God, and a prophecy about the destruction of the neighboring heathen nations.
How lovely.
Why change the line to south, then?
Well, what's south of the Midlands?
That's where the road goes to the earth.
As I recall, wasn't Ezekiel's wheel made up of living creatures?
Indeed it was. You really are up on your earth culture, aren't you, dear?
Well, we all have to have our hobbies, don't we? So we do. The Merkabah's basic structure was formed by the bodies of 4 angels.
You two have a thing for celestials, don't you?
Something like that. More like they have a thing for us. Nero, can I have my laptop, please?
Are you sure you want to turn that on in the middle of all this?
No, but if we're dealing with something angelic, I want to see if we have any files that might be helpful.
All right.
Thanks. One more thing, Malcolm. About our trucker friend.
Yes?
After Nero beat the living crap out of him, you were the last one to talk to him.
Out of the 4 of us, yes.
Funny, he wasn't exactly brimming with supernatural powers before that.
Well, I hope you're not suggesting he got them from me.
I don't see any proof that he didn't.
If I had powers like that to grant, I certainly wouldn't give them to someone like him.
And if this is angelic in nature, and I am an agent of your celestial enemies, why go to all this trouble? Why would I hire a gun when I could do all the dirty work myself?
Because, to be honest, you don't strike me as a dirty work sort of guy.
So what did you do then, Malcolm?
His name is Alan Ruby. He is a trucker, and he stumbled into this world without any knowledge of it whatsoever. All I did was offer words of spiritual comfort and insight to a man suffering from a severe cultural trauma.
Well, I don't know about you two, but I don't believe a word of what this guy's saying.
Conveniently for you, Malcolm, if it wasn't for this mist surrounding the building, I could hash out exactly how much truth you were telling us. You're definitely obfuscating something. Even your demeanor and voice has changed from when we first met you. Oh, dear, I believe I'm being cast out to fend for myself.
Not yet.
Oh?
You're playing a game, Malcolm, and we can all tell that, but I don't know what the rules are, and until I figure them out, I want you where I can see you.
How magnanimous of you, spoken like a true knight.
Besides, you may have knowledge of stuff that we don't, and we might need it, because we're not getting anything from this.
No files on the computer about...
No files at all. Have a look.
Is that the startup screen?
No, as far as I can tell, I haven't even successfully turned it on, and in fact, if you'll notice, I've pulled the battery out. It's just the Ave Nova insignia.
Yep. Can I see that for a second?
Help yourself.
So that's the logo for your little corporate bugaboo, huh?
You recognize it?
Not as such, but I've seen stuff like it before in some very bad places. More to the point, though, you'll notice the glow coming off the screen is the same color as the mist when you shine a light through it.
Light? Light. Didn't you say they packed some gear into this bag of yours?
Yeah, the Metadyne text threw some magical items in there just in case we might need them. They weren't specific about what they did, though.
Oh, let me see. Hold on. I'm looking for... Ah, here we are.
A flashlight?
This is a true torch. You can tell by the little amber bulb and little double helix filament in it.
Okay.
This shines a light through illusions so you can see things closer to the way they actually are. Look what happens when I point it at my face.
Ah! Oh, stop that! Oh!
Gross, huh?
I can see all your capillaries and muscles and stuff. Turn that off.
Come on, you can see the muscles moving my eyeballs, right? In fact, you can see in my eyeballs, can't you?
Turn it off.
What a wuss.
Yeah, fine. Look, okay, between that and you snapping my elbow back into place, I've had enough body stuff for one day.
By the by, how is your arm?
Well, it's sore. Hard to twist. Gonna be able to use that attack of yours anytime soon. We might need it. I'll let you know.
So, you have a true torch. What do you plan on doing with it? I have some theories of my own. We need to find some mist.
That should be a relatively easy request. Exit window, your choice.
Not a window. Glass can interfere with the effects of a true light, and I don't want to be outside in it. We've seen what it's capable of.
So we need it inside the building.
Preferably with an escape route, just to be on the safe side.
Right.
I'd also like to shine it on some of the people here.
Well, we got plenty of those around. You right to move? Looks like I'm gonna have to be. All right, my arm's wrapped. Let's go.
Shall I lead the way then? That way you can all keep an eye on me. Of course, if I saw any danger, I might not alert you. You might want to put me in the back, but then you'd all have your back turned to me. I could go into the middle, too. I could grab a hostage very easily that way, though, don't you think?
You first, let's go.
Naturally. Which door?
Just take the one we came through, all right?
Of course. Just trying to be helpful, and of course we... You know, there really is something to be said for seeing the rest of a building this old, you know.
What are you He's in the hall, isn't he? Maybe.
Other door!
Got it! Come on, go!
Get up!
Nero, grab the bag! Let's go!
You! This way, now!
Right behind you.
Oh, my poor dear sweet Alan. You really have lost yourself in this, haven't you?
Rest Stop, Part 5.
Come on, everybody! Come on! Through! Come on! I'm coming! Malcolm! Malcolm, will you hurry? Come on!
Nero, help me barricade this.
Right. A friend out there certainly has his dander up over something. Anybody bother to ask him what he wants?
Well, excuse me for letting thoughts skip my mind while I was ducking all the flying furniture.
This door isn't gonna hold for long.
How come they never build these things to withstand a supernatural assault? I mean, is that too much to ask for?
You know, I saw a suggestion box down in the lobby. Maybe I'll put that in there on the way out.
Oh, having fun, are we, Malcolm?
Why not? There's nothing like impending doom to make you feel like you're alive, is there?
Can I just pop a cap in this moron and leave him behind?
No caps popped, thanks. We're not leaving anybody behind.
And I'm really tired of running from room to room. What say we try and find a fire exit and get off this floor?
Well, you know, it's funny you should mention that. I've been looking for an emergency exit sign since we started running. I haven't seen a single one yet.
Or any windows to jump out of, for that matter. How is that possible? We've been running for the last 10 minutes.
Maybe we need to have this conversation somewhere else.
All right, come on. This way. All right. Can't even get a rest around here.
Well, now, look at that.
What?
We're back where we started.
What do you mean?
Right there, that's the door to the basement where we came up.
We just went around the entire building in a circle?
No way. I counted the turns. I made sure. I didn't want us to get trapped.
All right, hold on a second here.
Let me see. See, that's where you attacked the wall. Look at the damage.
So we are going around in circles, then.
No, this is all wrong. Malcolm and I came from the direction behind us. That should have been the admittance area behind the lobby.
Okay, Nero, there's absolutely no way you could have gotten that wrong. You couldn't have gone through a different door to get into this hallway?
There was only one door into this hallway. We took it earlier.
We should have passed several groups of some of the unfortunate guests of this place by now. So, once more around then?
No, basement. Come on, all of you.
You know, it's not my favorite idea you've come up with so far.
Well, if nothing else, we'll be able to find our way back to where the Skyway collapsed.
At least then we'd be outside the building.
Yeah, back where the truck that chased us in here in the first place is.
Yeah, I'll douse that bridge with gasoline when we get there. Come on.
All right.
He's got some antacid in that pack. This whole thing's giving me an ulcer.
Is this the basement?
No, this is most definitely not the basement.
This is the same frigging hallway we just came down from.
Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Okay, that's it.
Oh dear, the guns are out already.
Turvey, no.
I have not trusted this son of a bitch since we started this little excursion.
Please, I'm just a passenger. I've no desire to upset the driver, not when he's got a gun pointed at me.
You have something to do with this, and you're going to tell us what that is right now.
Turvey, this isn't helping.
And you're not exactly being helpful yourself if you need to know.
Hey, you're the one who decided to start following me around here.
Both of you, stop it now.
Yes, please, let's have calmer heads prevail, if you don't
And
mind.
you shut up.
Sorry?
This was your plan all along, to get us to turn against each other, isn't it?
I assure you, I have no plan. I am merely making observations.
Of who exactly, Malcolm? Us? The people in the keep here? Is this all fun for you?
I'm an observer of this entire situation, if you must know. Would you like to hear one of my insights? Because it concerns you personally, Sir Phillips.
Not interested.
You were the one who said that you wanted to understand how these rules work, and I think I figured one of them out. I figured out one of our major problems here, Sir Phillips, and it lies with you.
Meaning?
Meaning that we have been running around in circles since we reassembled as a group in this keep. Before that, we were collectively making progress and discoveries. Then we started following your lead.
Oh, for the love of God. Malcolm, you're going to have to do better than that if you're going to try and convince us that his leadership decisions are what's getting us lost in this place.
Please, don't get me wrong. He has very, very sound judgment, especially concerning my safety. I'm particularly pleased with that
Yeah,
one.
well, that one's debatable.
What I am suggesting is that it is not his decisions that are getting us lost, but the fact that he is deciding them.
Oh, don't be absurd.
That is the dumbest thing that you said.
Wait, hold it. These are the stairs we just came down from the upstairs. This should be the basement, right?
Yes?
Okay, let's try something. Okay, all of you follow me. What, are we going or not?
What do you see?
The stairs going back up.
Yep, right back up to this floor.
Yeah, and? Nero?
Yes?
Take over.
What?
You're in charge now. I'll follow you. Take over.
Oh, Hanover, for Christ's sake, this is ridiculous.
I'm making a request for our new leader to humor me just for a minute and then to guide us the best way she sees fit.
You want me to open this door?
I'm thinking it might be a good idea and it might prove a point, and since I just put you in charge, you get to make that decision.
All right. Is everyone here okay with me being the leader?
That'll do.
Frankly, I welcome it. All right, then. Everyone follow me. And look at that, the stairs are going down to the basement again.
This doesn't prove anything. One incident proves nothing. Still, I think it might be for the best,
Nero, if you just stay in charge and lead us.
All right, fine. In that case, we're heading for the lobby.
Good thing, too, I was worried we were just going to be running around in circles in this place forever.
You shut it.
Anybody else notice we seem to have shaken the trucker from hell?
Yeah, which is weird considering we actually left him on this floor.
Yes, but he does have a habit of popping up suddenly and silently, doesn't he?
Here's the plan. I'm in front. Turvey, you bring up the rear. You see anything, alert anyone. Hanover, how's your arm?
Well, still pretty tight. I think the anesthetic is wearing
And
off.
stay in the middle and keep your arm protected. If you have to use your burst punch, I want it to be a last resort.
Right.
What about this guy?
Me? I've got a little video camera on my phone. I could follow you around and make a documentary.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yes, you could put it on YouTube. It'd probably get really good ratings, wouldn't it?
See, that is exactly why she makes a good leader. See, we think alike, same wavelength, same big ideas. Great minds thinking in tandem. I like it. You want me to walk right next to you where you can keep a close eye on me, don't you?
Get over here now.
Yes, ma'am. Anything?
Well, it's the lobby, and I don't see anyone around. Come on, everyone.
You said this is near to where you guys came in from the Skyway, right?
Yeah, it should be right down that hall, straight ahead of us through the door.
Yes, feel that breeze?
Yes.
Skyway's open to the elements. With the wind that strong, it may have blown the mist away.
I wouldn't lay odds on it.
Didn't you two say you passed the staff in the offices?
Yes, in most of the rooms back there, they were catatonic, staring towards the wall, just like everyone else.
But now they're all gone.
Well, maybe they're not on this level. You said you came through the lobby on the first level.
We came through a lobby on A level. That's not really very helpful in here, is it?
No, nothing is going to be particularly helpful around here because we're constantly getting screwed with.
Oh, and I happen to notice that we're also indoors, too. Anything else blaringly obvious you'd like to point out?
I have a theory about all of this, but I need to get to the mist.
Well, there's plenty of it outside. Help yourself.
I told you, indoors in a controlled experiment.
So what have we got so far? We've got an off-color mist surrounding the entire building and cutting us off. We got guests and staff who are either catatonic or missing, or both. We got a building that keeps changing shape on the inside, and we're being pursued by evil what's-his-face.
His name's Alan.
Evil Alan, yes.
Oh, you should keep that one. That rolls off the tongue nicely.
Why, thank you, Malcolm. And wait, that reminds me of something. What is it again? Oh, yes, let me think. Oh, yeah, you!
Well, there's always me, isn't there?
You look, this guy is clearly wrapped up in all of this. Why are we even keeping him around? Because he's the closest thing to information we've got at the moment, and I made a judgment call.
Yeah, well, seeing your judgment calls in action doesn't make me feel a whole lot better.
Well, I wouldn't talk if I were you.
Now, what's that supposed to mean exactly?
Well, I'm asking you, Turvey. You're the bus driver, okay? Your judgment call, right? When did you let Malcolm on?
Well,
come on. When did you let him on the bus? You must have let him on at some point. He must have given you a ticket. You don't remember, do you?
None of us do. He was just there and we accepted it.
I've been told I have that effect on people. It makes relationships hell.
I'll bet it does. To answer your question, Turvey, the reason I want to keep this guy around is because we're all trapped in this, including him, and he's the key to it somehow, or at least a key to it, and he's the closest thing to a clue we've got.
Well, that's not fair. I never said you were clueless.
Look, if it's all the same to you, Hanover, I might be able to provide us with a bit more knowledge and test a few theories if I can get to the mist under the proper circumstances.
So why don't we?
Well, because I'm waiting for you to... Oh, wait, I'm still in charge, aren't I?
Yeah, why wouldn't you be?
Well, I mean, it's just that you got all pontificatory and you were talking about what we didn't know, and I just assumed perhaps you reassumed command, and you could have stopped me any time you wanted. I thought you were doing a pretty good job, that's all.
So what exactly is our next course of action, then?
Well, I still need to test out a theory on the mist itself, which means we need to go down to where the Skyway is, so let's go through the main hall.
I don't think that's a good idea. That hallway is full of mist.
Well, I don't care Wait, what?
Yeah, he's right, Nero. The hallway is completely full of mist now.
When did that happen?
Well, about a minute ago when the two of you were talking, had your back turned, you couldn't see it.
Why didn't you say something then?
Well, because I think it's hilarious when people are surprised.
Nero, the mist is coming across the floor towards us.
All right, tactical retreat time.
No, everyone stay where they are. This is perfect. Does anyone know where the lights are?
The switches? I see them.
All right, see if you can switch off the main lights here.
You want us to be in the dark? Are you sure that's a good idea?
Not completely. I just need it a little bit darker. Just turn off what you can.
Okay, I'm on it.
There's a lot of that stuff pouring in here, and it's getting closer. You sure you know what you're doing?
Yes. Maybe. Probably. Possibly not.
Dandy.
You know, I have to say, I'm so glad I'm trapped with you instead of boring, panicky people.
That would be so much less interesting.
Nero, are you ready?
Yes, hit it. All right, here we go. Snap, just as I thought.
I don't understand. Where's the mist gone? It was filling up the room a second ago.
If you look over at the walls over here, look where the light's spilling in from the office, you can still see the edges of it, just a haze.
So that true light thing can dispel the mist?
No, not exactly. It can only show things the way they truly are. And that mist isn't there.
Now, that can't be right, because we saw the thing physically affect objects. It smashed through a window and remolded the metal around the truck.
I know. One more thing to check. Hanover, are there any magazines or anything near where you're standing?
Right, yeah, it's Midland Sports Review.
Open to the first couple of pages. You see anything unusual? No?
It's just a normal magazine.
All right, flip to the middle then.
All right. Hey, It's just gibberish. The pictures don't even make sense. And towards the end, it's just blank.
Now watch what happens when I shine the true light on it.
It's like it's transparent.
So it's an illusion? The mist, the magazines?
The walls, the castle, the keep, everything. We're trapped in an illusion. This is a dream snare.
All right, I'll bite. What's a dream snare?
Yeah, are we like collectively dreaming something?
No, not exactly. How do I explain this? This is a type of trapping magic, a very, very powerful type of trapping magic. This is a physical space. We're really here. Everything here is, as far as we're concerned, real.
But you just showed us with the true light that things aren't quite substantial.
Yes, but a true light isn't powerful enough to dispel them. As far as our minds are concerned, everything here is very, very real. If I stabbed you with a knife, you would bleed to death.
But I don't understand. This is a dream?
Yes, but it's not our dream. It's someone else's. There's a whole group of people out there who are collectively dreaming this. And when I say a group, I mean a real crowd. It would take a lot of minds to collectively come up with something this big and this real. This is an incredibly powerful dream snare.
So where would they get that many minds to come up with all the guests and staff of the keep?
Exactly. All of them facing the wall, all of them looking away in a state of distress, their eyes flickering around in REM sleep. Something is forcing them to dream this.
So are they in here with us?
No, they'll be outside. They're like computers processing this space.
So that's why they appeared and then disappeared.
And that's why the layout of the building can change, and that's why the rules of reality can shift. We are in a real space that is acting as if it's a dream.
So when the hell did all this happen?
Well, if I was going to hazard a guess, I would say most likely when our first lapse in logic occurred.
When we suddenly noticed that Malcolm was on the bus.
Oh dear, I was wondering when the topic of conversation was going to shift back to me.
Grab him.
Got it?
Look, this really isn't...
Hold him still. You see, that's fascinating, Malcolm. If I were to shine a true light in anyone else's face, you could see the veins and the capillaries and the muscles working under their skin. But I shine it in your face and you don't change a bit.
Would you mind taking that off me? That's really quite unpleasant.
As soon as you got here, that's when all of this started.
You were the last one to speak to the trucker before he turned into a monster.
And you seem to know an awful lot about angels. Would you believe I have a well-rounded education?
You obviously went through an incredible amount of trouble to trap us in here, so what are you and who do you work for?
Maybe I don't work for anybody. Maybe I freelance.
All right. But before you get violent and start beating the answers out of me,
have you considered another possibility?
I'm listening.
All right. Now, I might be someone who is trying to kill you. I might be an agent of your fabled Ave Nova Corporation. But think about that for a moment. As I said before, if I wanted you dead, why go to all this trouble? Why turn a poor innocent trucker into a monster and turn him loose on you? Why drag in all these other people? With all due respect, you're not that tough. Why would I go to all this expenditure of energy just to destroy you? And on top of that, why would I put myself in the middle of all these perils? I'm in just as much danger as you. I mean, after all, I was nearly run over by a truck, dropped out of a skyway, and poor Alan has been doing quite a bit of damage, and I've nearly been hit a few times in case you hadn't noticed, and I've been helping you. Now, none of that makes any sense. Unless...
Oh, shit.
He hasn't trapped us.
Someone else was trying to trap you and caught the rest of us by mistake.
Yeah, see, I wasn't going to say anything about that because I knew you'd just get mad at me. I'm really sorry.
So who the hell is after you?
Well, who knows, really? I mean... All right, actually, I know, but is it really important?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I think it is.
All right, just don't freak out. All right, there's just two things that you should keep in mind here that are important. One, a very powerful group of people are after me.
Yeah.
And two, did you notice that mist has been filling up the room the entire time we've been talking?
What?
Oh, crap.
Yeah, I thought you might like to know.
Oh, all right, everybody head for an exit.
Wait, am I still in charge or are you?
What? Who cares?
Just asking.
Which way are we going?
Head out the way we came in.
I think that would be a bad idea.
Why?
'Cause Alan's home early?
Rest Stop, Part 6.
Oh, boy. Heads down. We need cover. Cover now.
The main desk. Get behind the main desk. Is everyone all right?
No, I think I got bits of furniture stuck in my teeth.
All right, Malcolm, you're the guy in the know. What's up with this fight?
What are you talking about?
The trucker boy and the mist. We're stuck between them. Why are they fighting each other?
Why wouldn't they be?
Well, you're the target in this trap. I figured they were both after you.
Oh, yes.
Well, I see where you could think that.
You've neglected to tell us something, haven't you?
Oh, I don't know. Did you have any specific questions? Yeah, I got one. The people who are after you seem to have gone through an awful lot of trouble and expense, and frankly, you just don't seem worth it.
Well, yeah, this trap seems like it should be set for someone a lot stronger than you.
Well, they're a bit of an overreactive bunch, if you must know.
How did Alan get all this power, Malcolm?
Do we have to talk about this here and now?
You're not weaseling out of this.
Oh, heads down! I'm in someplace safer.
That might not be the worst idea.
All right, where to next? Don't look at me. You're in charge, remember? Oh, that's right. Yes, sorry. Back to the office. Shouldn't this have gotten old by now?
Well, you know you never get tired of the classics.
You spill it.
Yes. Well, let's suppose for a moment that the people who set a dream snare were trying to trap someone rather powerful.
They're trying to trap you.
Yes, well, for purposes of this conversation, let's pretend I'm someone else.
Wait,
Now,
I have a question. If the person you're pretending not to be gives an answer that we don't like, do we hypothetically have the right to beat the crap out of him?
Must be always talking intangibles.
Come on.
All right. Well, let's pretend just for a moment that this person in question had realized he had triggered a dream snare, a very powerful trap, and that the people who had set it would be able to detect his presence soon due to the unique signature of his abilities. So he hopped on a passing bus to buy himself some time, and then at the first opportune moment found someone else he could, foist his powers off onto.
All that power that truck driver has is yours?
Well, yes, although he's not nearly as subtle as I am.
You gave all of that power to a drunken, xenophobic human truck driver from Earth who was having a mental breakdown?
Kinda.
What were you hoping to achieve?
Well, the idea was that Alan Ruby would head back to Earth or wherever, and then the trap would detect my powers in him, and then it would trap him instead of me.
You did a will transfer, didn't you?
Gold star to the young lady.
What's a will transfer?
A will transfer is when a being of incredibly high magic power moves those powers into another vessel for safekeeping.
High-level magic has a unique signature and can be tracked. In this way, a magic user can throw someone off the trail.
It's a nice little system. Very helpful on occasion.
Yes, but those powers are supposed to stay dormant.
Yes, that was rather unexpected, wasn't it? Took me completely by surprise. Do you know what I think it is? I think it's because he had all of that hatred and fear of non-human things locked inside of him. Not surprising, considering he comes from Earth. You come from Earth, Hanover. You'd know something about that, wouldn't you?
Ignore that, Hanover.
Just like you always taking the Earthling side.
Hold on, if this was supposed to throw them off the scent, then why are we all trapped in here?
Well, I wasn't expecting him to follow us, was I?
Why would he follow you?
He wasn't following me. He was following you two.
Huh? Well, think about it. I did beat him up, and I'm not human.
Oh, yeah. And more to the point, your relationship, or at least whatever he perceives that to be, is an affront to his personal morality, I believe.
All right, so he's got your powers. Why don't you just take them back then?
Oh, fantastic idea. I never thought of that. Wait. Snag, why don't one of you explain it to him?
Huh?
In a will transfer, the recipient has to give the power back of his own accord.
And frankly, I don't think poor Alan even remembers his own name right about now.
So you just rendered yourself powerless permanently?
Well, it's better than getting caught, although that didn't work out too well in my favor, did it? Besides, it's not permanent. I'll get them back eventually.
Yeah, but you just said
That's
that
because
the terms of a will transfer can also be negated upon the end of the recipient's life.
So that means...
Exactly. Just to weasel out of this trap, Malcolm here has condemned an innocent man to death.
Well, it's not like anyone would really miss him. I mean, come on, be honest.
So is anybody here still sorry I didn't pump a few rounds into this idiot earlier on?
Turvey, don't tempt me to come around to your way of thinking. It would be all too easy.
Okay, so options. What do we got?
If you ask me...
No one's asking you anything. We should just get out of here and leave you behind.
Besides that option, I mean... Well, that's not altogether unwise.
Nero...
Hold on, hear me out. Malcolm, this is a dream snare laid for you and you alone, and all of us are trapped inside of it with you. Why shouldn't we just tie you up and leave you for your pursuers to come collect you and then escape when they close the trap?
Oh, would you really do that? I mean, that's so cold.
You were willing to sacrifice Alan.
Well, setting that little detail aside...
Not to mention all the people whose minds are being used to build this little fiction to keep you in place.
And the fact that you got us all trapped in here with you.
Well...
You were willing to put everyone else first. Now tell us why we shouldn't put you last.
Oh, none of you can believe even for a moment that I didn't intend for any of this to happen, can you?
It's a stretch.
Well, you're right in thinking so. Actually, I was sort of intending for this. At least I was hoping for it anyway. As soon as I got on board that bus, I thought, here's a resourceful bunch. I wonder if they can help me get out of the troubles I've just gotten into.
All right, that's it.
But to answer your questions, you need me. Just as much as I need you right now.
Meaning?
Meaning that young Nero here is correct. The ones who have set this trap know it's been sprung, and they are no doubt on their way to collect their prize. And while you may have questioned my morality, compared to them, I am a living saint. And believe me when I tell you that they will not hesitate to annihilate anything between them and their quarry. That means you, our friend Alan, and all the poor innocent people trapped here in this road oasis.
Lovely.
However, the trap was designed for me personally and was intended to be triggered by my unique power signature, which it was. But someone else is wielding that power now, and it's not me, and that's thrown off their detection just a little bit. They're having trouble finding this dream snare, and that's bought us some time. If we can get out of here before they arrive, then this trap essentially dissolves itself and everyone walks away home free. And powerless though I am, I could still help you on that front because I have certain
knowledge.
I don't buy this for a second. If you trip this thing, they know exactly where you are on the road, and they'll come looking for you, trap or no trap.
What makes you think I was anywhere near the road when this happened?
What the hell are you anyway, Malcolm?
Me?
Yes, you. You look human, but when I shine that true light in your face, you didn't show a flaw, not a vein, not a blood vessel.
I'm merely a wanderer, a traveler from an antique land.
Really?
And while you're thinking about that, why don't I remind you that people with a very unhealthy interest in me are on their way here right now, so... I'm going to have to defer this one back to you, Hanover.
Same here on that one.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, we don't have anything else to go on, so I guess we help him. Oh, thank you. You see, I knew my first impressions of you were worthwhile.
Shut up. How do we get out of here?
Well, if I knew that, I would have left by now, wouldn't I? But you can help us unravel the snare. Yes, I can, and I think it starts with the stuff that dreams are made of.
Hold it. I have a couple of questions.
Is that all? You're an easy date.
These people who are after you, who are they?
See, you're probably better off not knowing that.
Yeah, well, as a matter of fact... No, Hanover, he's right. Leave it alone.
But why?
If we're dealing with stuff with this much power, we're probably a lot better off not knowing the specifics.
I know I'm being frustratingly vague, but believe me when I tell you, I'm doing this far more for your sake than I'm doing it for mine.
So if you told us, they'd have to kill us.
Maybe.
All right, fine. The trucker, Alan Ruby.
Yes?
If he's got your power, what happens when they come and find him?
Ooh, best not to think about that, really.
Not good enough. I'm not leaving him behind. He's as much a victim here as the rest of us.
I would seriously recommend against that. I appear to have inadvertently awakened a beast, and that's not a void you want to stare into, especially you.
What's that supposed to mean?
That's a question you'll have to ask yourself, Earthman. All right, you listen to me now, okay? If there is any way of saving this guy, I'm going to find it, and God help you if you get in my path. All right, but don't say I didn't warn you.
You know, speaking of truck driving, man, it's been suspiciously quiet for the last few minutes.
I wonder who won that fight.
Well, I'm still powerless, and we're still trapped, so I'm assuming it was a draw.
All right, so where do we go from here?
Well, the focus of Alan's activities appear to be the basement. I'd like to know what he's doing down there, although I have my theories.
Care to let us in on any of them?
Well, as we walk through this place, we keep passing by dreamers, people whose minds have been used to sustain this trap. I wonder, why have we not seen one single non-human?
Well, I don't like where this is headed.
Well, it may surprise you to find out, but neither do I.
All right, Nero, you're on point. See if you can get us down there.
I'll do my best.
Well, not the basement.
How the hell many doors have we tried so far?
12.
And at least half of those should have led us to a lower level. It looks like we're going up.
This place is adapting to me, I think. Maybe Turvey should take over.
I don't know if that's such a good idea. Maybe a bus driver, but I got a lousy sense of direction when I'm indoors.
Not sure that's an issue here.
I wonder what floor we're on.
Well, it's hard to tell with all the mist through the glass, but with the big windows everywhere and all the chairs and tables arranged like this, I'd say it's an observation deck. We must be up near the top of the building.
Well, if I'm taking the lead, I want everybody to follow me right the hell out of here. I don't want to be around all this glass with that mist out there.
And we have company as well.
What would you...
Look over by the windows.
Oh, yeah, not too many walls up here. I guess they would look out the glass, wouldn't they?
No, this wall's here. Hold on a second.
What? What is it?
Every time we found these people, they've been looking at the walls, directly at the walls, their noses pressed up to it, like they were trying to turn away from something.
Yeah, it's true. They never were looking at windows or doors, just the wall.
And these ones are avoiding the walls altogether and looking out of the building. Why? What are you seeing?
It's just fog. It's just pressed up against the glass. It's just a blank space.
I'm not so sure. They must be seeing something. Look at the way they're staring. Their eyes are just fixed straight ahead. They're not flickering at all.
You mean they're not dreaming?
No, they're dreaming, all right. But in a way that's even less normal than the others.
That's quite an accomplishment at this stage.
Shh.
What?
Listen, can you hear that?
What am I supposed to be listening for?
No, I can hear it. Listen, he's right. Is that wind?
Oh, if it is, it must be pretty powerful. I can feel it vibrating the whole floor.
I can feel it on my skin, too. It's like a draft. Can you feel that?
Yes. One of the windows up here must be open.
I'm not so sure. Hold on. If there's a draft, why isn't this flame even flickering? But you can feel it. It's like a breeze.
Yeah, and it's getting stronger.
So where's it coming from?
It's not coming from anywhere. It's going towards there. Out the window. Out the direction the dreamers are all looking.
Does anybody see the light switches anywhere?
Yeah, I see them.
Kill the overheads. I want to see something.
All right.
This wind is definitely getting stronger.
So I noticed. So, Malcolm, any theories about where the wind is blowing? Malcolm!
What? Oh, theories, yes. Of course I've got theories. I'm loaded with them.
You're genuinely terrified, aren't you?
Malcolm, what is out there?
All right, ready when you are.
Well, why don't you see for yourself?
All right.
Turvey, hit it. You got it.
Jeez. Oh. What is it? I don't know. It's
It's hard to look at. Yeah, it's like a glow, but it's just writhing. It's giving me a headache.
I wouldn't look directly at it. That particular light spectrum isn't meant to be seen unaided.
Looks like all the mist is being drawn straight towards it, whatever it is.
Malcolm, is this one of the people who are after you?
I'm afraid so, my dear. Well, not exactly. This is more like one of their servants. Fortunately, it hasn't quite zeroed in on us yet.
Whoa. It hasn't quite zeroed in on us yet? You mean it's not even here?
No, I'm afraid not. It's having a little trouble with location.
So this gets worse from here?
This gets much worse. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now officially on a very, very tight schedule. We have to get out of here before that servitor zeroes in on us, or it is all over.
Whoa. All right, I felt that one. That was a real win.
It's getting stronger. We're going to have to get away from the top of the building as quickly as possible.
Where to?
Well, we were headed for the basement originally. Mr. Turvey, would you be so kind as to lead us out of here? I would if I could see the door. I should have turned the lights back on.
There's an elevator to the left. Why don't we try that? Whoa, where are you going? What about these people here? We can't just leave them.
Will you come on? There isn't anything we can do for them.
Hanover, they're dreamers. They're not really here. There's no danger to them. You're sure of that? Malcolm, you told me that when this thing came here, it would kill everyone here.
Yes, and it's not here yet, so we still have time.
And you don't even want us to look at that thing, and they're all staring at it, and you're telling me there's no danger to them.
No. All right, not physical anyway.
That's it. We're getting them out of here. Hanover, this place is getting dangerous.
Then I'll catch up with you later. I'm doing it myself.
Wait, don't go. Okay, no problem. I just gotta drag 20 unwilling people out of a room in a windstorm. In the dark. All right, ma'am, you look light.
Let's start with you. Come on!
Behind you! What?
The window!
What did you say?
The window!
What about the window?
Oh, crap. Rest Stop, Part 7.
Okay, no problem. I just gotta drag 20 unwilling people out of a room in a windstorm. In the dark. All right, ma'am, you look light.
Let's start with you. Come on! Behind you!
What?
The window!
What did you say?
The window!
What about the window?
Oh, crap.
Nero, listen to me. Listen to me. The elevator is here. We have to go now.
For once, I agree with him. Come on, we gotta get off this floor.
Let's go.
Door's closed, Mr. Turvey.
Got it.
Nero, one word of condolence out of you, Malcolm, and I swear whatever passes for blood in your veins will be on your own hands.
I was going to say how foolishly brave he is, but I guess I'll just let that lie.
That would be for the best, yes.
So, still headed for the basement then? I still think that's our best bet.
Why don't you take us down there?
Well, I could if I could read these buttons. I don't know what language these are in.
Let me see. Oh, wonderful. The dream snare is getting stronger.
So this is going to be like trying to read in a dream where all the words become gibberish?
Oh, yes, and we can look forward to all kinds of other dream-related fun, like trying to run from something and being stuck in place, lapses of logic being filled in with nonsense.
Flying? Falling to your death and then waking up suddenly at the last second? Oh, wait, I'm sorry, that part won't work here, will it?
No, I'm afraid it doesn't.
Malcolm, all that's happened here tonight, including Hanover's death, is your fault. If we somehow manage to get out of this, I don't care how powerful you become. And if we don't get out of this, I still don't care. If it's the last thing I do, I'm going to make you pay for it.
I would expect nothing less from one of the Guillaume clan. That is, providing he's dead, of course. If he's not, you'll feel like a right moron, won't you?
Oh, don't even try. We all saw what happened to him.
Yes, we saw him sucked out of a window.
Tell me, what floor were we on?
We were on the observatory floor. That's the top of the keep.
In a building that keeps changing shape.
He has got a point. We couldn't actually see anything out the window.
He may have fallen to his death. He may have fallen only one floor. He may still be falling now, but we don't know, do we?
That isn't a lot to give me hope.
Well, if Sir Hanover Phillips is still alive, then the quickest way to save him and all of us is to break this dream snare. Let's put revenge aside and focus on that for the time being, shall we?
Turvey?
Yeah?
Basement.
All right, well, guess I'll just push the bottom button and I won't say hope for the best.
if my shoulder still feels like that, I'm alive.
Oh, Jesus. I'm gonna need a chiropractor before this is all over. Where am I? I was up in the observatory, and then the window broke, and I was falling.
You were falling. So I caught you. I couldn't let you fall.
Hi. Alan, is it?
Alan. A name, I know. I know a name.
Yes.
Alan. That's my name.
Yes, it is.
What do you want?
What? I don't...
What do you want?
I don't...
Behold, they are coming with the clouds, and every eye shall see them. I can see them.
Uh-huh.
The light. I can trust you.
You can?
I can see the light. They showed me their light.
Their light?
I can see it. I can see it in you.
Me?
We're just like... We're just alike. They brought me to the light. I can see now.
See what?
And it will shine. And it will burn away the shadows.
Alan. What's going to happen?
I'll show you. Follow me. I'll show you. This way, brother.
All right.
There.
Oh, no.
Do you see now?
Oh, no.
You see.
Oh, God, what have you done? Those people. What have you done to them?
How does it look?
Well, a lot more industrial than the other floors anyway. I think we're on the right track.
You're right, Turvey. That's good. I've been in hotels where they try to pretty up the service areas. I've never trusted them. They seem a bit pretentious.
They also don't have people facing the walls lining the corridors.
Yeah. God, that creeps me out. I keep expecting them to turn around and grab us.
I wouldn't worry. They have their own problems right now. Let's move on, shall we?
Wait.
Listen. Do you hear that?
Hear it. I can feel it.
We are definitely running short on time.
Mr. Turvey, if you would lead us out of here as quickly as possible.
I would if you'd tell me where I'm going.
You have been a bit tight-lipped on our destination, Malcolm.
What I'm looking for is a weak point.
You know, a little clarity would go a long way right about now.
Well, then I'll explain the insidious dynamics of a dream snare to you. Once it's sprung, a dream snare will use the dreamers, these people you see here, to create an environment, which it's done admirably.
The keep itself, you mean?
Yes, the guests and staff provide ample detail for that. The second thing it does is to create a connection with the intended target so that there are levels of interaction. Like a dream, it will fill itself with familiar things, faces, people, fears, and it will give the victim enough power to fight back. But like any good trap, the more you struggle, the harder you're caught. The interaction becomes so deep, in fact, that most people have left too long in the dream snare simply go insane.
Well, that's a charming thought.
None of us have seen anything familiar so far.
That's because none of you were the intended targets of this snare. And thanks to my little transaction with one Alan Ruby, neither am I.
So the longer we're here, the stronger this interaction will become?
Well, for all of us eventually, but for him principally to start.
Hold it. Let me see if I understand this. So on top of everything else, we gotta worry about that nutjob's mindset affecting this environment?
Well, yes, that's the gist of it.
Pinch me.
Sorry, it wouldn't do any good, I'm afraid.
That still doesn't explain what we're looking for exactly.
Well, if you paid any attention to the dreamers themselves, you would have noticed that these are the same people over and over again. Where we go, their minds follow to create the environment.
Yeah, and?
And where are the non-humans? The population density of the Midlands is spread out fairly evenly between humans, goblins, gnolls, all the common races.
So why aren't they here?
My suspicion is Mr. Ruby's xenophobia has simply removed them from the equation.
Well, good for them. I wish I was in their shoes.
No, you don't believe me, because while they may not be dreaming this environment, they would not have escaped from the trap.
Meaning what?
Meaning that in all likelihood he either plans or already has done something extremely unpleasant with them.
What?
See, I told you wouldn't like my hypothesis.
So how does that help us?
Well, if they're still alive, they'll be in a fugue state, which makes them of the dream, but not part of it. So the other dreamers are supporting their minds as well as ours, but they're not contributing to the overall effect.
And that is a dream snare's weak point. If we can find them and awaken them, it'll be just like tearing a hole in a net.
Provided that they're still alive.
Yes, and that's the principal reason we need to hurry. And that rumble would be the other reason, so if we could get moving, please.
What happened?
The lights just burned out. Is everybody all right?
I don't know. I can't see. It's all right. It's all right. Don't panic. The mist is just blocking your night vision.
Just turn on that flashlight thing. You'll be fine.
All right. I've got it.
Oh, dear, dear, dear.
What happened to all the dreamers in the hallway? They were just here.
There's nothing but mist.
I think they've been drawn deeper in. This place is about to get a whole lot more real than I like.
There's nothing but mist around us.
Yes, I'm aware of that. I can see it all around.
This is a true light, remember? It's supposed to be able to dispel the mist. I can see it. It's right in the beam.
Ah, yes.
Well, I know this isn't good, but exactly how bad not good is it?
Well,
it gets worse, but not much.
what the hell is that? That, my dear, would be one of the devices that the people who are looking for me use to check their traps.
That's a device?
Well, it would all depend on what you consider technology, wouldn't it?
It's beautiful, isn't it? I'm going to save us all.
You sick son of a bitch. Those are people up there.
No. You and I, we are people. They are a pestilence. They are an abomination.
You hung them from hooks. Like they were meat.
They are an offering. I have to make this place clean.
For what?
The angels.
Oh no.
Can't you hear them calling? You're filled with their light. What? Just like me. Just like all the ones who were born in the Holy Land. And it will be like it was.
What Holy Land? What are you talking about, Holy... You mean the Earth?
Yes. It will be like it once was. When they first came and showed us. Showed us what we were. I will make this place clean and holy and fit for their return. You know I'm right. You're not like them, the ones up there. The ones like us, but the ones who are asleep. They're not from our home. They left. They don't remember. We remember. But the angels told me how long they lived in shadow. How long they have been tainted. We will bring light to burn the darkness and the sickness away. Tell me you know I'm right.
You know, it wasn't that long ago that I told myself, no matter what happens, I'd find a way to save you. But I guess I was wrong. I'm sorry, Alan. But I have to end this.
Burst!
No. I'm the one who's sorry. I can hear you. I'm coming. Your good and humble servant always.
Rest Stop, Part 8.
Oh boy. We have to get to the basement. Turvey, how far away is it?
Well, if I'm right and the building isn't learning how to trick me too, it's at the end of this hallway.
Delightful. I'd be sending up balloons in celebration if I thought for a second we could outrun this thing.
Yeah, well, hold that thought.
What? Oh! I forgot you still had those ice shells.
I was saving them for just the right occasion.
Well, I hate to rain on your special day, but that's not going to hold it for long.
Yeah, but it's doing a hell of a job of slowing it down. So here's the deal. I'm gonna fire another shot, turn around and start running. Don't look back, don't think.
You better not be suggesting what I think you're suggesting.
I'm buying you all the time I can, so you get going back there and wake these people up now.
No, I'm not leaving you behind.
I'm not giving you a choice. Besides, this isn't a suicide run, you know. I'm not stupid. Give it old man some credit.
Do you think you have enough ammo to keep it busy?
Don't worry about me. I got a whole nother clip.
Turvey!
You take care, pretty girl, and you, Shifty. Anything happens to her, someone's gonna make you pay for it.
Oh, don't worry about us. Just take care of what you have to.
Oh, boy. All right, then. Get ready.
Turvey!
Go! Let's go! Come on, you! Hail to the bus driver, man. And don't worry, I got a whole nother clip waiting for you. Of course, it would have been nice if I actually had bullets in it. Come on, just keep shining that light ahead of us and don't look back.
If Terry doesn't make it out of here, that's 2 lives I'm holding against you.
Yes, well, to be perfectly honest, I'm really looking forward to seeing a future in which your vengeance is the only thing I have to worry about. Where's that door?
I see it. Wait, it's moving away from us.
Oh, come on, not now. I don't need this to turn into a real nightmare now.
What do we do?
Well, what else? Keep running.
Come on, hurry, we have to keep up. Malcolm, even if we do find the basement, and we do find the non-human dreamers, how do we wake them up?
Well, if I had my powers back, that wouldn't be much of an issue.
Well, you don't have your powers back, do you?
Yes, well, thank you for reminding me about that.
Well, what were you hoping to achieve, then, if you don't have your powers?
Well, I was hoping that your valiant Sir Phillips would be able to do something about Alan, and that would go a long way to restoring me.
So now what, then?
Well, we'll have to deal with that when we get there, won't we? Come on!
Hanover, where are you?
Come on, get up. I don't care how the hell hurt you are, you have to get up. Come on, there's people relying on you. Come on. Come on.
Is somebody there?
Hey, could you help me up, please? I can't see you. I can't move.
Well, looks like somebody's having a rough time again.
Oh, not again, not you. Not now, okay? I don't need this.
Well, I was gonna come and offer you some sage advice, but since you're not in the market, I guess I'll just be on my way then. Good luck.
Wait!
Yeah, I need help. You certainly do. Open your eyes.
They are open.
So what do you see?
Just nothing, just darkness.
Well, you're not doing a very good job of opening your eyes then, are you?
Look, what do you want from me anyway? You've been following me around since Waterford. What are you after?
What I want, Mr. Phillips, is for you to act like a knight. That is your function now, after all. What I expect from you are great things. Truly great things. Otherwise, really, what's the point of this whole exercise? As for what I'm after, if you can get up, I'll tell you. And I'd hurry if I were you. Your time is running out.
I can't get up. I think most of the bones in my body are broken. I can barely breathe.
Well, considering there's no air in the dream, that's a serious problem on your part, isn't it?
Wait. You're right. I'm dreaming this place, aren't I?
Are you really? You felt that kick pretty well, didn't you? Seems to me this place is as real as it gets.
Then what the hell did you bring it up for?
You're not very imaginative, are you? I think you need to wake up.
I thought I was awake.
Then tell me where you are now, and tell me why you're here.
I don't know where I am now. I'm wherever this is, wherever you are. And I'm here because I was in a fight with some lunatic that got too much power, who's trying to summon an angel. And he beat me, and I'm unconscious.
So I assumed I was dreaming. But I was in a place that was a dream. And I'm here now. And you're telling me I'm not dreaming.
So what are you doing then?
I'm living in a dream. That makes me a dream.
So why don't you stand up?
Because I need my body to be okay to stand up.
Nicely done. There's hope for you yet.
Who are you? What do you want from me anyway?
My name was Luciano. And as for what I want from you, what I'm after, something only you can offer me. Salvation. Now, wake up.
I'm alive. I'm alright. I'm stuck. Oh, great.
See, I told you if we just kept running, we'd get there eventually.
Oh, my God.
all these people?
It's like meat storage in here.
Nero! Malcolm, over here!
Oh my God, you're all right. We saw you fall out of the window.
Yeah, I'll tell you later. Come on, just get this stuff off.
All right, hold still. Come on, Malcolm.
Good work, Sir Knight. Resilient as ever, I see. Yeah, come on, hurry. We're running out of time.
What happened in here?
Had a run-in with Alan. He did this. I'm gonna make that son of a bitch pay.
Like a little taste of earth in here, isn't it?
Shut up and lift. Where's Turvey? He stayed behind to buy us some time. He's fighting some kind of creature. We have to hurry if we want to save him.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about Mr.
Turvey. He can take care of himself. He's a bus driver after all, you know.
Come on, you!
Wised up a little, didn't we? It's a pretty good trick, making the ice melt before it even forms. Not that it matters much. Looks like I'm out of bullets. Yeah, well, I can't help but think, though, something like you is probably a little bit pissed off that you've been confounded at every turn by a broken-down, sad old man. I know what you're thinking, though. Kind of stupid to throw your life away like that, but sometimes you just gotta see your destiny and grab it. Sometimes you gotta drop yourself in the line of fire, and sometimes you don't know what you can't overcome until it's too late. Just for the record, that advice was for you and not for me. Getting ready for another pass, huh? That's good. Because here's a trick an old man knows that you've probably never been taught before.
Havoc Anthem!
Now stay down. And if you get back up, tell your friends.
All right, you're almost out. Hold
on. There you are. And that's one less problem on our plate. Thank you very much, Mr. Turvey.
What'd you say?
Nothing, just thanking my stars for a fortunate turn of events. Now, Sir Hanover Phillips, the ball is in your court.
What?
We have to wake these people up.
You mean they're not dead?
Oh, not at all. Mind you, they're probably having the worst nightmare of their lives, but they're perfectly all right.
Ruby said that he was going to cleanse this place, that he was going to use them as some kind of sacrifice.
Sacrifice to who?
To the angels.
That doesn't surprise me in the least. Poor earthlings, always looking to bow down to a higher power.
You said you had nothing to do with angels.
Did I say that? You must have heard what you wanted to hear.
You bastard.
And I didn't say I had anything to do with them either. Remember, I'm trying to keep this deliberately ambiguous so that you don't get into any serious trouble.
We don't have time for this, all right? Malcolm, how do we wake these people up so we can get out of here?
That's where the ball goes back into your court, Sir Phillips. You have to get my powers back.
By killing Alan Ruby. I'm not a hitman, you know.
I never said you were, but defeating him is the only option we have left to ourselves at the moment. Unless you think you can talk him out of his little project. You've met him. What do you think the odds of that being successful are?
Where is he now?
Well, he holds the lives of all these dreamers in his hands. If he's going to make a sacrifice, the most logical place will be on the roof looking at the stars.
If he's successful, will that bring an angel here?
Possibly, although highly unlikely. I think he's very deluded on that front. But make no mistake, Sir Phillips. If he's successful at unleashing that power of sacrificing these lives to summon his angel, it will be as if he lit a huge neon sign pointing to exactly where I and my power are. And the forces seeking me will be upon this place before the end of your next heartbeat. And as much as I hate to admit it, you are the only one who can stop him now.
How do we get to the roof?
Well, that's an awfully good question, isn't it?
I can get there. I know how this place works now. I just need a door.
Well, there's the one we just came through. Let's get going.
No, I'm doing this myself.
No. You don't get to play heroic cliches this late in the game. I'm sorry.
I'm not. I have a reason. Malcolm, you have to stay here to wake these people up, right?
That amounts to the correct dimensions, yes.
And you said Turvey stayed behind to fight some kind of monster, right?
Well, yes.
Okay, that's why I need you here. Malcolm needs to be protected at all costs until he gets his powers back.
Well, Hanover,
Besides, I want someone here to make sure he keeps his word.
All right, I can see your point there.
Oh, and I thought we'd come so far with our trust issues.
Oh, shut up, Malcolm. Alan's really that powerful, is he?
Oh, yeah, and I probably didn't see the half of it.
What about your shoulder? You're still hurt, you know.
Not anymore. Healed up better than new.
Really, that's a good trick. You'll have to teach me that one day.
Well, you know how it is. Life could be a dream. Shaboom, shaboom.
Well, then I won't tell you to be careful, then. Just get the job done and come back in enough pieces we can glue together.
Never change that attitude, will you? If I never said it before, I love working with you, Squire Guillaume.
I am unworthy of your compliments, Sir Phillips.
Oh, please, you're making me sick.
Oh, stuff it. I'm going already. All right. I'll see you people in the waking world.
My, he does cut a heroic figure in a gawky office boy sort of way, doesn't he?
Malcolm, don't make me slap you. Mom? Why is it that when I tell my friends that we moved here from Earth, they always look at me a little nervously? Like they're afraid of me. Like they're afraid I'm going to do something. That's what I used to ask her. And she'd say, I don't know, Hanno. But you know, it might be for the best if you don't mention it unless someone brings it up. Until recently, nobody ever brought it up. So I didn't mention it. And frankly, I'm not sure what's for the best anymore.
And then the other angel who went with me spoke to me and showed me that which was secret, the first and the last. What is in the heavens on high, and in the earth in the deep, and on the ends of the heavens, and on the foundations of heaven, and in the repository of winds. So, you're here.
Yep, I'm here.
And have you repented? Have you come at last to take your place beside me in glory? It isn't too late. They can still save you from darkness. Turn to them. Turn to them now. And they will save you.
Really? They'd do that for me, huh? They'd finally get rid of that compassion I've been burdened with my whole life and replace it with fear and hatred for all the things I don't understand? I mean, just think, I could finally get rid of all that love I feel for people who aren't like me. And they could erase all those feelings of kindness that I get from those people. What a deal! All I gotta do is repent. And I get the holy gift of genocide. And then you and I could really be brothers, couldn't we?
I see now. Your life among these beasts denied you redemption.
I didn't come to repent. I came to make an offering. To you. One last chance. I'm begging you, Alan Ruby. Turn your back on this hatred and the power it's given you, and let these people go.
You have surrendered your claim to your birthright. You have no right to call yourself a man. But I will show you mercy by crushing you before you are given a glimpse of the glory you're denied. I will call them down, and I will be as the hands of the Almighty, and I shall be a cleansing fire!
No, you won't! No! And you want to know the reason why? Because you're not an Avenger! You're just a scared little boy with a gun! And if turning my back on this birthright of yours means I'm damned, then I'll see you in hell! Any questions? Well, if you don't mind my interrupting, I have a good one.
How did you get here?
Malcolm, move. Hanover, are you all right? Yeah, I'm fine. Now that you've delivered a few crippling blows to a psychotic friend here, I've gotten some of my powers back, so it's a simple matter of finding you once again. But if you don't mind, I haven't got nearly enough power to get us out of here, so finish the job. I am not gonna kill a helpless man in cold blood! What the hell? Believe me, Sir Phillips, there are times for moral dilemmas, and this is not one of them.
I hate to fall on his side, Hanover, but we may not have a choice.
Do you hear them? They're coming. I knew they wouldn't forsake me.
What's he talking about?
Up there.
What?
Incoming.
Take
God! Is everyone all right?
I think so.
Oh, not now, not after all this.
What the hell just happened? Did somebody drop a bomb on us or something? What's that?
You'll have to have Malcolm explain it to you later.
Alan, no! Alan, don't go over there! No! Stay back, Phillips, stay back!
I was faithful. I knew you would come. I was your servant. I was faithful to you. Now show them. Show the unworthy what you are.
Oh, Jesus God! Both of you run for the door and don't look back! Lovely. My powers are coming back and they're right on top of us.
Malcolm, we're in the room with the dreamers, all right? Wake them up.
I know. And it's only going to take every ounce of power I've ever had. And if this doesn't work, I'm really sorry. Apologize later! Just do it!
Right. All right, you lot. Rise and shine!
Here you go, Turvey. Extra large black with 2 sugars.
Thank you very much, pretty lady. So everybody here seems no worse for wear.
All of the travelers who were trapped in the dream snare seem to have woken up with no ill effects.
Bet they were all surprised to find themselves in a rest stop they don't remember arriving at.
Yeah, well, according to Malcolm, the magic would have put them in a trance and drawn them all here to one spot to concentrate the power.
As far as you can tell, they're all fine now.
Well, I asked around. They don't seem to remember too much, and the ones who do say it's sort of fading away like, well, a dream.
At least everyone got out all right. Well, almost everyone. So where's your boyfriend?
Please, it's a professional relationship, remember? He's out by Alan's truck.
Well, I guess we better get our stuff together and get going then. I gotta get on the horn and tell management why I'm so far behind schedule.
I'll go get Hanover.
So, at least Mr. Ruby did a nice job of parking his semi before he came after us.
Think they'll ever find his body?
No. That's the way these things work out, I'm afraid.
I don't care what kind of flaming asshole he was. He didn't deserve to die like that.
Who does? Well, you might make an argument for individual cases, but they're few and far between in my experience.
This is your fault, you know.
I'm well aware of that fact, Sir Phillips. And while it may sound a little bit disingenuous coming from me, I do feel a good deal of remorse over the fact. If I had had an inkling of an idea that things would have turned out the way they did, I probably would have thought twice before shouldering Alan Ruby with that kind of burden.
But you would have done it anyway, wouldn't you?
My actions were born out of extreme desperation. And try to believe me when I tell you that it wasn't merely my sense of self-preservation that was at stake.
I bet you won't give me specifics to justify your behavior, though.
Well, I think it's best we kept that nebulous for the time being. But I'll just say that there may be more at stake here than you could possibly imagine.
Something to do with angels, I suppose.
I won't say no. Well, since it concerns me personally, and I won't be expecting a detailed answer, what are angels, anyway? They are ancient, and they are beings of light. That's the best I can do right now.
I was always told light was a good thing.
By who? There's darkness and there's light in these worlds. Too much darkness can lead to isolation, despair, and madness. But too much light leads to blindness, and it can burn you to ashes.
I see.
To varying degrees, we are all creatures of both, and I think that's a good thing.
So, what are you going to do now?
Good question. I stand before you helpless and powerless. I burned out every joule of my energy rescuing us from that dream snare. That knowledge is erased from my mind, but it's not permanent. I can relearn everything. I've had to do it before. Besides, I'm a very quick study.
Good for you.
So I suppose I shall simply continue my mission.
Mission?
Did I say mission? I meant my travels, my sojourn, my little tour. I've really got to learn to guard my tongue better. I actually thought of joining you and your delightful, lovely goblin friend on your bus tour, but I can see by the expression on your face that wouldn't be terribly tactful of me, would it?
No. I don't think I want to see you for a very long time, Malcolm.
Quite understandable, but I wouldn't get too comfortable in that position. I have a very strong suspicion our paths will be crossing again. Now, if you'll excuse me, you have a bus to catch, and I have a semi I need to learn how to drive.
You're taking Alan's truck?
Well, someone has to deal with this thing, and I need transportation. And besides, he had a delivery to make, and I suppose I can at least do that little favor for him in retrospect. Say goodbye to the others for me, Sir Phillips. I'm bad about teary farewells.
Was that Malcolm going already?
Yep, just saw him off.
I'm not sure if I'm sorry to see him go or not. He could have told us an awful lot, I suppose.
Nah, he would have just told it in some sort of cryptic, clever way. It would have driven us up the wall eventually.
Yeah, you're right. So how are you doing?
I've been better.
I really don't think there was anything you could have done to save him.
I can't think of a single thing myself, but it doesn't make me feel any less guilty about it.
Anything else on your mind?
Yeah? Why did so many of the humans of Earth go insane? What would it take to cause it again? And if it does happen, will I be right there with them?
I think you're stronger than that.
You hope I'm stronger than that.
Well, yes, obviously. I wouldn't want to be on the wrong side of a fight with you, that's for certain. I told you that I had a specific reason for why I wanted to travel with you in particular. Would you like to know what it is?
Yes. Yes, I would. But not right now. I've already got enough on my mind, thanks.
Fair enough. Well, we should probably get going. Turvey's waiting for us at the bus.
Right.
Oh, I just realized I haven't had any breakfast yet. Did you get any extra food?
Well, duh.
Well, I suppose that's the unofficial report, so I guess we're back on schedule. We'll be heading to Baylor next.
Good work, Turvey. Just keep me abreast of any sort of extra developments along the way, will you?
Can do, Rayburn.
So what's your professional opinion of Sir Phillips, by the way?
He's flippant, irresponsible, and reckless.
You like him, then? Good.
Well, as a knight, he's got all the right moves. Are you sure you don't want me to step in and give him a few pointers?
No, Turvey, I don't want you to reveal your knighthood to him unless things become absolutely desperate. I'd like his development to be as idiosyncratic as possible.
All right, well, you're the boss. Oh, here they come.
Right, Rayburn out. Good luck, Turvey.
So I hope your management's not too mad with you.
Nothing serious. I could take a write-up or two. So we all squared away then?
Ready as we'll ever be.
All right, then. Next stop, Baylor, where tomorrow is being built today.